Neurotrac Sports Muscle Stimulator, supplied with carry case in a box, operating instructions which also include all the program details of the device, a pack of self-adhesive electrodes, 2 patient leads and 1 9-volt battery. So the Neurotrac Sports Stimulator has 2 output sockets at the top for channel 1 and channel 2, a belt clip at the back so it can be worn or positioned onto something, battery cover which includes the battery, but it also includes this little hole here which is the lock and unlock button, which we'll come back to later. So to turn on the muscle stim, we press the on button and the machine comes on with a backlit screen that shows you the program that's currently set. So this is PC3. The device has 3 custom programs that we can set up ourselves and store and lock into the machine. It also has 15 pre-programmed treatment protocols that are all listed in the operating manual for specific conditions. So to work through the programs, we just press the program button and it will toggle through each of the programs. So P01 is the first of the presets, and then we just toggle through each of the others, referring to the operating manual for what they are actually set up for. The preset programs cannot be changed, whereby the PC1, PC2 and PC3 can be changed. So to go and set up one of our own programs, we press the set button and hold this down until the frequency indicator starts to flash. So this is the frequency of the output. We can adjust that up and down now by pressing the up and down button to select how many hertz we want the machine to work at. Once we're happy with that, we then press the set button again and the machine now moves to the pulse width, which we can now adjust again up and down to whatever we require the pulse width to be for the treatment. Press set again and the machine will now move to the treatment time. Treatment time, which is currently there, and we can adjust that up and down. Press set again and we now move to the work time. So WRK stands for work. So the output is going to be now on for 5 seconds. So we can adjust that. So this is the time that the stimulation will be applied to the patient. Fully adjustable. Press set again. That allows us to set how long we want the rest time to be in seconds, and again that's adjustable. Press set again. We now have RMU, which stands for ramp up time. So how long it takes from 0 to the maximum intensity for the current to come in for the patient. So the longer you put that on, the longer it will take for the contraction to build up nice and slowly. Press the set again, ramp down. So the opposite, where how long it takes for the actual current to drop off at the end of the work cycle. And again, that's adjustable. Press set again, and we can now set the machine to give synchronous outputs. So both channels will give an output at exactly the same time and turn off exactly the same time. Ideal if you're using it on a larger set of muscles, or you want to do bilateral stimulation of, say, both quadriceps at the same time. If I change this, we can change it to alternate. So it will now fire alternatively. So channel 1 will come on while channel 2's off, and vice versa. Use where you may want to stimulate antagonistic and agonistic muscle groups, so like biceps versus triceps. Press again, and we're back to where we started. So if we're happy with all of that, we press the program escape button, and that is now stored in our program PC3. So now we've got the program in the machine, we can start a treatment. So we connect the electrode cable in the top, and then the end of the electrode, the 2 pins, will be connected to our self-adhesive electrodes or any other electrodes and connected to the patient. To start the treatment, all we need to do is increase the intensity. So if I press the up button on channel 1, you will see 1 milliamps coming up, and we are on an output. If I continue to turn this up, you will see that it drops out there, and we get an indicator here to say the treatment's paused, and also another indicator that shows us we have poor contact with the patient stroke electrodes. The intensity's dropped back to 0, and that's because we have no contact with the patient. If that happens, the most common reason is either broken cable or poor contact with the patient with the self-adhesive electrodes. We do supply a tester separately that you can plug the machine into, and this simulates being connected to a patient. So if I now turn up the intensity, it will continue to increase, and you can actually see the indication there with a light that is flashing on and off. It actually flashes at the same rate of 5 Hertz per second for the patient output. If I now plug in the other channel, we will be able to see the machine working with the alternate channels firing. I've now got the machine set up with both channels connected to the output testers. We're on our pre-programmed setting, and if I increase the intensity on channel 1, we can see the light flashing. So channel 1 is on now. We're now in the rest cycle. We're now in the up cycle for channel 2. Now in the rest cycle. Now in the up channel for 1, sorry. Now in the up channel for 1. Rest. Up. So you can now see the machine is alternating. So we're having stimulation on channel 1, then a slight rest, then stimulation on channel 2. If I stop the treatment, so I've now set the machine up to be synchronized, both channels. So both channels will give an output at the same time and go off exactly the same time. So this is ideal if you're doing a bulk area of muscles or bilaterally stimulating, say, quads. And you can see the intensity going up and down with a rest, and then about a half a second delay in the ramp up and ramp down times. Intensities can be changed individually during treatment if one channel feels stronger than the other, and we can obviously increase the intensity as well during treatment. The unit has a lock-in device underneath the battery cover, which if you insert one of the pins, by depressing the button, you'll hear a slight noise. And then on the screen, you will have a little lock symbol, which indicates the machine is now locked. All the patient can do or user can do now is increase the intensities. They can't change any of the settings in the machine. Can't even change the program. To unlock this, we just press the button again. The machine will bleep. This is ideal if you set it up for a patient for them to take home and use at home. When it comes back, you can then interrogate what they've actually done with the machine as well.